Hello, and welcome back to the Spoilercast, the show where we talk about movies and we don't care about spoiling them. My name is Tobias, and with me, as always, is my sister and trusted co-host, Rebecca.
Hello!
Hello! And this week, we're going to talk about two new movies. New-ish movies.
Newish.
Yeah, we're still kind of catching up after the summer break.
Yes.
And we had two movies that we'd been looking forward to. A lot of twos there. Yeah. And they're both in the same genre, horror, of course.
Of course.
And they're kind of connected, not between the movies, but more connected by, coming out at the same time, both being like part of the new horror movement and all that. And both directors, three directors, but whatever, released their last movie 3 years ago, almost at the same time, and that was also both their first movies.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
I think so, at least.
So we thought, why not talk about them at the same time? The movies are Weapons by Zach Cregger, whose previous movie was Barbarian. You can check out our episode on that one. And the other one is the Philippou brothers' Bring Her Back, whose last movie was Talk to Me.
Again, check out our episode on that.
Yeah. Which was also actually a double episode, I think. We did, it was Talk to Me and Insidious The Red Door.
Ah, maybe it was, yeah.
Yeah. I think we kind of threw in our Insidious review because we had seen it and we wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
so
couldn't wait to make another episode. It's better just do it.
Because it's the fifth Insidious movie. Who gives a fuck? Really?
I mean,
it was pretty good, and that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Weapons and Bring Her Back.
Yes.
But we're doing it a little bit different. We're still gonna do like a regular review of each movie, but since there are this little connection between them, and we have our opinions on the movies that are differing a little bit from what the mainstream is, we're gonna do a versus. Which is the better horror movie?
Well, we do need to quickly go through them both at first, I think, because I need to
like we said, regular review first.
Yes.
Little shorter regular review, and then we're gonna do a versus.
I need to remember things about Weapons. It's been almost a week now.
Yeah, it's been more than a week for me, but whatever.
You're better at remembering stuff like that.
Sure. And there's of course no competition really.
No.
It's
just what we prefer.
Yeah, and I can say straight away that I'm gonna be biased. Yeah, because we both kind of, we liked Barbarian. Yeah. But I remember, at least I thought that it was overhyped and people overpraised it.
Yes.
People were like, oh my god, this is the greatest movie ever. And I was like,
I think we thought the message was kind of lost and a little bit muddled up.
The message wasn't lost. I thought the message was a little too on the nose. That was the thing.
It was that way. Yeah, it was that way.
Weapons, but we'll get to that. So there's not really any competition. It's just because I want to do it, and it's more fun. It's a more clickbaity title. You can say Weapons versus Bring Her Back, which is the best horror movie of the year. That kind of thing, Yeah, but anyway, we should get to it.
Yes, let's start with Weapons.
Yeah, because this is the one we saw first.
Yes.
Like we said, written and directed by Zach Cregger from The Whitest Kids You Know fame. I think that's also kind of a similarity that he is mainly known for being a comedian or sketch comic.
Yeah.
He was part of The Whitest Kids You Know, and they made I don't know how many seasons of that show. And then he just decided to come back as a horror director and do this kind of, it's a bad word, but whatever, elevated horror style, with a message and all that. Kind of like Jordan Peele, who produced
5 seasons, by the way.
5 seasons, yeah. Kind of like Jordan Peele, who also came back from Key and Peele and did all his very good horror movies.
Yes.
He's also producing Weapons, I think.
Oh.
And kind of actually similar with the Philippou brothers, who did Talk to Me and Bring Her Back. They didn't specifically do comedy, but they did like short films and little like stunts and stuff on YouTube for many years before they made the jump to actual movies. And it was always like, they were doing like action stuff and horror stuff, but there was always like a comedic tinge to it. And they themselves are very funny if you look at like interviews or just their YouTube in general. I think they're called Raka Films or something like that, they call themselves.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. They'd kind of been out of YouTube for a while because they were working on the movie. But I remember when that movie came up, I was like, wait, I've seen these guys. Like, oh yeah, I've seen their fucking YouTube videos. What the fuck? Because they didn't at all
promoted like that.
Promoted like, you know, oh, you remember us from YouTube, right? No, they were just
exactly.
like, we're two filmmakers, which I admire. Anyway, start with Weapons. Like we said, written and directed by Zach Cregger, starring Julia Garner and Josh Brolin and Alden Ehrenreich and a bunch of other people.
Yes.
Bunch of other people, all of them having done Disney movies or, you know, Star Wars, Marvel movies.
Oh, yeah.
Basically all of them. Julia Garner plays Silver Surfer in the new Fantastic Four. I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it, but I heard she's in it. Josh Brolin, of course, being fucking Thanos. Alden Ehrenreich being young Han Solo in Solo.
Right.
And then Benedict
Wong,
who is
in the...
He plays Wong, right? In Doctor
Yeah.
Strange? Isn't his name
Yeah,
Wong in the
I think
movie?
so.
Yeah, he's named Wong. Wow.
Yeah.
They didn't even try. Just, your name's Wong.
Maybe the character's actually named Wong.
I don't know. Anyway, I think that's just kind of funny that it's the classic, like, oh yeah, we make the real money, you know, the money we used to pay for our mansions and yachts, to do that with Marvel and Disney, and then we do the real movies for, you know, for the love of the game.
Yeah, for the art.
For the art, yeah. It's a Red Letter Media joke. They talk about Adam Driver in their what's it called? The Rise of Skywalker review. They say like, yeah, Star Wars pays for his yacht, and Marriage Story pays for his coffee. Anywho,
Weapons is about.
Yeah, you read it. Yeah.
Well, the blurb says, when all but one child from the same class mysteriously vanish on the same night at exactly the same time, a community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I mean, the poster is kind of cool, especially with the semi-T-pose running.
Yeah. Yeah, and you also have the trailer. The trailer is very interesting. All the children running and just a big word, weapons.
Yeah.
And it's told one thing that is both interesting, but also I don't think it's like it doesn't actually bring anything to the movie. Is that it's told the same
time frame, but different people's perspectives.
Yeah, it's told.
So we repeat the day basically, but from different people's.
Yeah, it kind of takes place more or less over like a few days.
Yeah,
there are some time jumps, but mostly over a few days.
That one specific time that we do see everyone's part of is, I think, one day really.
Yeah.
But we do get more of
24 hours.
Julia Garner's point of view, because we get to see her like for a day before that and all that stuff.
And then
what was her character's name?
She's Justine.
Justine, right?
Justine, the teacher. She's the teacher.
Yes, teacher of the class that disappeared.
Yeah.
So obviously she is assumed to have something to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the big in the trailer. Like, I want to know what you did to our children. Josh Brolin screams.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. It is kind of weird when all the children from one teacher's class disappear. Like, girl, what did you do?
And then, so we get to see first from her perspective, and you know, find out a little bit. Like, okay, so it's not really, you know, Yeah, I don't want to say too much. We'll keep, because one of those
something's weird. That's what
something's
we find
weird.
out. Something's definitely weird.
Yeah, and then the next perspective is Josh Brolin's. Then we find out from his perspective this goes further than you think. Like, oh, something's actually going on. And then the third one is the
cop.
Yeah, Alden Ehrenreich. Paul. And you're like, yeah, this goes much further than you thought. And then we have the one where we kind of get more insight. It's kind of funny from the one character who doesn't really have anything to do with it, which is Austin Abrams, who plays James, the crackhead.
Yeah.
But his chapter really kind of ties the other ones together, because we actually like, there is something weird going on, because his perspective is very different. And then we have the final one. I don't want to say the final one because,
it's where we get all the exposition.
All the exposition, all the spoilers. Yeah. But we should do this the right way. What did you think of Weapons?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I wasn't sure if I wanted to see it at first, but then when you recommended it and I saw that the tag on IMDb said witchy horror, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Which
I think, hey, that's IMDb, that's not us. But I think that's a little bit of a spoiler.
See, I don't.
Okay.
Because it's not the kind of witchy horror I thought it was going to be.
No, sure.
I don't know. I assumed, classic witches. It's not really that.
No, not really. Well.
No. Overall, I kind of liked it. I didn't see it in the best conditions. Let's say that. Because, well, how I found it, how I saw it.
I saw it in a theater, in a big theater. You found it online.
Yeah, the only thing I think was messed up with mine, though, was the lighting, so to speak.
Okay.
It was, when it was dark, it was really dark.
It is a very dark. It is a very dark movie, and like almost every modern movie, it suffers from, we shoot in HDR now. We have so much more color to work with. We didn't need to light our scenes, which, true, but that just makes everything look like a muddy mess when it's dark.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as some other movies, but it's still, sometimes.
Yeah. So some of it was just like, I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yeah.
Also, it's a little bit confusing at times, and I feel like there was just one detail that was so, I mean, it's not the point of the movie, but it felt so overlooked that I was just, I need a little bit more detail on this one.
Yeah, I think I know.
I can't say it without spoiling.
Yeah.
So
we'll get into spoilers, but yeah.
Yes. So I liked it. I did. I really liked it, but I wished it was. I wanted a little bit more, just a little bit more. Also, I'm not a super big fan of the whole seeing from different perspectives, because especially not when you see from different perspectives, but you see the same people who have experienced the same thing. So the cop and the druggie dude. Because you kind of see the same thing happening twice, almost. Exactly the same thing. And it's like, could you have, I don't know, we didn't need them interacting, because then you get to see the exact same thing happening twice. And I don't like that. That seems like a waste of time.
Yeah.
But in some of the cases, it made sense, because you got, different angles, more information, because some people pick up on other things than some people miss. But it got a little bit repetitive at certain points.
Yes, certain aspects did. Yes, where the stories intertwined, so we got to see.
Yeah, and they all kind of discovered the same thing. It's like, we've seen this now. We know.
Yeah.
But other parts were really good.
Yeah.
I really liked the what happened in the movie, the story. Some of the characters were really interesting. The mystery was really interesting. I liked that part, even though that is also part of the details that I'm missing. I still liked it. Yeah. I gave it a 3.5, I think.
Okay.
3.5.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I heard somewhere that they had a completely different cast in mind.
Oh.
But it got delayed and they had to change every single one.
Oh. I read somewhere that someone was replaced. I didn't know everyone was supposed to be
Josh
replaced.
Brolin apparently was not supposed to be the dad, Archer.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
the only dad we really care about here.
Yeah, the one main.
There are more dads, obviously, because
There's
it's a
lots
bunch
more
of school
dads,
kids,
yeah.
but he's the only dad we really get to talk to
Yeah.
or see anything about. But I don't know where I read that, and I don't remember who was supposed to be him instead, but
Yeah.
I'm not... He's like my least favorite performance in this movie. And maybe it's because he doesn't have a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of emotional range for his character because but also, I mean, no, it's probably a script problem. It's probably not Josh Brolin's issue. Because, you know, he kind of...
He's a good actor, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But he kind of like just focuses on one thing, and that makes him kind of boring. Doesn't feel like a dad, feels like a cop role more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the cop doesn't have that role, so I don't know. I didn't really like that character. I felt it was kind of unnecessary.
Yeah. Yeah, here I find
Which is, yeah.
Rooney Mara and Elizabeth Olsen were offered a lead role.
Right.
Elizabeth Olsen, another Marvel actress.
Pedro Pascal was offered also.
Renate Rensve.
I don't know who that is.
She was in, she's Norwegian. She's in, she got her big break recently in a different man.
All right, it's her.
Starring another Marvel guy, Sebastian Stan.
Yeah.
But,
I gotta ask though, if both Pedro Pascal and Julia Garner are in Fantastic Four in the first steps, how did she manage to be in this, but he didn't?
Yeah.
I guess maybe he has more screen time and more shooting to do.
Listen, we'll get back to that because I don't want to stall the conversation about the movie here.
No,
I can tell you exactly why he's not in the movie, but we'll get back to that.
But yeah, no, I liked it. It wasn't. I did expect a little bit more in certain areas, and I assumed that it would be slightly different than what it was, it was still a happy surprise that it wasn't exactly what I assumed.
Yeah.
But I did really like it, and I think I'm gonna rewatch it a few times actually.
Okay.
But that's me. What did you think of it?
I thought it was okay. Ugh, I have a bee in here. Anyway,
You have a bee.
Get away from me.
Leave the bee. Poor bee alone.
Yeah, this is not around me. Get away from me. Whoa! There's a bee in my studio. Just go by the window. Yeah,
Go out.
Stay there.
Leave.
There. Anyway, it's gonna come back. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, I'm gonna be waving around sometimes. Anyway, I liked it. I liked it much more than I liked. It's right in front of me.
Barbarian, I'm assuming you're about to say.
Much more than Barbarian. I have nothing to smash.
Actually, I need to look up what I thought of that.
Because that one famously was, oh my god, so amazing, it's so elevated, it's such a great movie, blah 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 blah, and I just did not click with it at all, mainly because all the characters were so dumb.
Yeah.
In a movie where it felt like they were supposed to be more intelligent, There, I trapped them in my cup. I guess I had juice in the cup. That's probably why. Fuck you. Anyway, I'll deal with him later. And I thought the whole message of the movie was so on the nose, and I thought it detracted from the movie. I didn't like it at all, and that's kind of why I went into Weapons like, I don't actually know if I want to see this, but then the trailer was so good, and I mean, I still liked Zach Regger's style. I thought he was a very competent director, and I didn't hate a Barbarian. But I went in skeptical to Weapons, and I did like this more. I think this has kind of the same problems as Barbarian, but in the other way, where Barbarian was so obvious and like so on the nose, and it was like fucking screaming in your face, like, this is what we're supposed to think about this thing. This one is just like, it's just like, whatever you think, man. It could mean something, it could mean nothing, I don't know. Come on, what are you trying to say here? That was my big problem. What was the point of Weapons? I don't know. Other than being an entertaining horror movie, I don't know. That's the curse of making your movies so like, oh my god, I'm such a great, director and such a great filmmaker. Like, when you just make a good movie, I start questioning them. So what's the point of this one? I can't just see it as entertainment. I also think that the multiple stories coming together, or whatever you call it, like the multiple viewpoints.
Yeah.
Sure, it's a way to reveal details that the other characters didn't experience. But it also feels like a gimmick. Like you didn't have enough for one character, so you make up some other stuff for that character to find out.
You didn't know how to ride around it, so they could the one person could discover all of it.
Yeah, because honestly, for the plot about the children, what's the point of the cop? What's the point of Alden Ehrenreich? None. He has a tangential connection to Justine.
Yeah. And he ends up having a connection to James, who shows us a little bit more.
Yeah, the crackhead. Yeah, but
yeah.
But like it feels like you're introducing a bunch of characters that are necessary for the story, for the plot. Now, I know Zach Cregger said in interviews that one of his inspirations for this was Magnolia. Have you seen Magnolia? The one about a bunch of people during one day in Los Angeles. Tom Cruise plays like a not a men's right activist, but
yeah,
like
we watched
artist.
it. We did an episode on it.
Oh, right. And there's a bunch of characters, and just, it's their fates during one day in Los Angeles. Yeah, and they really not even most of the characters don't even like intertwine or interact. But it's they all kind of spiritually come together during the end of that movie, where you know. You have the frog rain,
right?
Yeah, and that is to show that is because the point of the movie is to show that everyone has everyone has their weaknesses, their doubts, their own struggles. Yeah, on the outside they're super put together, but on the inside they're all messed up. That's the whole point of that movie. So you have to show several perspectives, and then to kind of bind them all together through fate or destiny is to little things where they interact throughout the day.
Yeah.
Here you have a very focused plot. Like, what happened to the children? Are they still alive? And if they are, where are they? Who took them away?
And the whole mystery of them leaving at the exact same time and this weird fashion and all that. Exactly. Stuff.
So the teacher, Justine, very important since she is the first suspect, and then of course
she's the big connection between all the kids that disappeared as well.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have the parents here being represented by one dad, Archer. Yeah, I get that, but what is the point other than to add more characters for the cop or the crackhead? None.
Oh, it's called a choral narrative, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Coral? Coral?
Coral, as in the coral reef.
Okay.
I don't know if that's true, though, but that's what I'm reading here.
Okay. Because we don't, I mean, yes, compared to a regular horror movie, yes, we do get to know the characters more. And it fleshes them out and makes them more human and more believable. But what's the point? It doesn't add anything to the plot. So now I'm thinking is there another is the movie about something else and all these characters are struggling with the same thing? There's a little bit of that. There is a theme of addiction.
Yes.
Because it's not really a spoiler. The teacher, she's a bit of an alcoholic, functioning alcoholic.
Yes.
The cop is a recovering alcoholic, and of course James the crackhead is a crackhead.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have Josh Brolin's character. He's not really an addict. He becomes very obsessed with his missing son to the point where. This I'm taking from Red Letter Media's review. They point out that it's his grief is driving a wedge into his marriage, and I'm like, okay, that is literally one sentence in the movie.
I was about, do we even see him interacting with his wife?
We see his wife once in the first
Exactly.
in the first scene. From his perspective, is when he wakes up. He's been sleeping in his son's bed.
Yeah.
And obviously, he can't, because the movie properly starts 1 month after the kids disappeared.
Yes.
And his wife like peeks her head into the room and says like, "I'm going to work. You should too," basically. And he's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not talking anymore. That's it for him, you know, for this affecting his marriage, and saying that his obsession, his grief, aka his addiction, is ruining his marriage.
I wouldn't say it's ruining his marriage. It's ruining. I guess it's ruining his life. But it's
his life.
It's acceptable. Your kid went missing.
Yeah, and it's like
it's fine to obsess about trying to figure it out.
And it's like it's been a month. It's not like it's been 10 years. It's been a month. And and it's not even that, our kid died, you gotta move on from the grief. No, his kid could technically
missing.
still be out there, yeah.
Yeah.
And he can't do anything about it. I am cool with him being a little bit sad about that. Like, that's not weird at all. So, I don't think that's a valid, like, that doesn't thematically fit in with the other characters. No. if you're going for that angle of addiction, and then the main plot, the main story doesn't really connect to that either.
No.
I read in an interview that Zach Cregger mentioned that there is the theme of addiction is supposed to go throughout the movie because it has to do with his upbringing. It's a little bit of a spoiler, but, you know, the other parents, you know, those parents, and the way they act was how he had to interact with his parents sometimes because they were, or his dad, I think mainly, was like a drunk. So one day they could be super loving, the next they're like zombies, and he has to take care of them.
Yeah.
And it could be very cold, of course, when they're drunk and everything. But that doesn't come through enough, I think, in the movie. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah.
Especially not when you add in the other character.
Yeah, the visitor, so to speak.
Yeah.
Who could also, I guess, have an addiction, but it's not really explained enough.
You could say that she is the drug, in that case.
That too. Or she is addicted to the thing she does.
Yeah.
To survive, I guess.
Yeah. No, I mean, that she turns those parents into what they become, you know.
Yeah, but from her perspective, she could also have an addiction, I guess.
But the thing is, but
it's all very kind of vague.
Very vague, very flimsy, and it doesn't really come together until someone explains it to you. And then it's like, and it's like,
I didn't even think of that until you mentioned it.
That's what I mean, yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. And
I did think of one other thing, but it's not like a theme running through the movie for a lot of people, but it's a bit of a, I don't know, I guess kind of a long shot because it makes sense, but it also like it could be a women issue. That just because she's a woman and a teacher, she's assumed to be a witch, as they put on her car.
Yeah.
Like, and it's her fault that the kids disappeared, and that makes her a witch. Like, that could be a woman issue because women are always, you know.
Yeah.
But it's also, again, that's just one thing in the entire movie, so that doesn't really pan out for anything.
Yeah.
I don't even know why they put that on her car. Like,
it's to hint at what happens later.
I know, but
they could have just written bitch or god or whatever, but they chose the word witch because, and it's also because it's supposed to be like an old school witch hunt, you know.
Sure.
However, that's kind of ruined then because there's a literal witch in the movie later.
Exactly.
So, you know,
That's what I'm saying. Like you're trying to do something here, but you kind of ruining it yourself by what you end up actually doing.
Yeah. So in the end,
we should get into spoilers now. I think
I
it's
think,
getting hard.
Because ultimately, like when the movie was over, I was just like, oh, that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what happened.
Okay.
I still liked a lot of the separate elements, a lot of the scenes and specific details of the movie.
Yeah.
like a lot of people's like nightmares were really cool.
Oh yeah.
But ultimately, it culminated into kind of a, so what exactly happened?
Yeah. Yeah, just like Barbarian. It's very, like, visually well made, and he's a good director that way, but I think he needs help with the writing. I think the writing is a lot of the problem.
Yes. I actually found that I wrote a review for Barbarian. My review was, good casting, acting, and trailers, along with the 40-minute cold open, was almost enough to make it a pretty good and sufficiently creepy movie. But then they threw in Justin Long's plot and kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
So, like, the beginning is good, but then it's like he got stuck. And, like, I don't know where to go from here, so, and it ruined it.
Yeah.
Same here, kind of. You had a good idea, you had a good start, you had good moments.
Yeah.
But then not entirely, it's like he wasn't entirely sure how to wrap it up, so he just kind of threw up in the air and picked whatever landed face up or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's kind of funny, actually, because I gave Barbarian a 3 as well. But I think I was kind of influenced, because I see a pattern there. When there's movies that you're supposed to like, but I don't, I'm like, well, these things are good, so instead of giving it a 2 or 2.5, I'll give it a 3. It was the same thing with Sinners.
I gave Barbarian a 2.
Okay, yeah. Because I remember just not liking it towards the end. Like, yeah, I liked all the setup and the characters and all that, but then the plot was just like, okay.
The funny thing is, if you read your review, it's very it doesn't reflect the 3-star.
No, it reflects like a 2.5 or a 2.
Yeah.
Pretty tense and very well shot, but I think I am missing the point a little bit. Am I? Well,
that should deduct the star straight away.
I'm missing a point to why people loved it so much. That's what I'm saying. Because people are praising it like it's the second coming of Christ, but to me it was just a high concept movie with very little actual plot. There is some vague comment on men and sexual abuse, but it pops about halfway through the movie and goes absolutely nowhere. And if you want a movie that reflects the economic decline and wealth disparity in America through a horror movie lens, please check out Don't Breathe. Much better. Yes.
Oh, I kind of forgot about that movie.
Because that one is more subtle, but if you pay attention, it's just like, oh, it's about people in desperate situations.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But we need to talk about the big thing that I think was missing, which requires spoilers.
Yes, spoilers for Weapons. If you haven't seen Weapons, turn it off now and come back.
Go watch it and come back, because we will talk about Bring Her Back in a little bit.
Yes,
and you don't want to miss that part. We'll do a spoiler-free version part of that too, of course.
Yeah. Anyway, yes.
So when I was about to say everyone dies.
When everyone dies, when the witch gets murdered by the children in the end.
Yeah. Yes, there we go. Someone does die. See, the whole thing about the witch is kind of confusing to me.
Okay.
Like, I get it. She's just a witch. And I guess she is actually related to Alex's mother.
Yes.
Because otherwise, why would they just let her in like that?
Yeah.
And she just decided randomly to come to their town because she needed to feed on children to feel young again?
Yeah, classic witch stuff. I don't think that's a problem.
I guess.
Like, why she does what she does.
I just wanted a little bit more exposition on her.
Yeah.
Because I wanted more about her as a character, not just as a witch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's really cool, in my opinion. She's creepy and weird, and I like her and dislike her at the same time. Dislike her as in she's a bad person, and she's scary. But I like her. She's interesting. And she's one of the few characters that just show up and we know nothing about her. We get exposition on everyone else, really.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like that's the one that he didn't really know. He just wanted a witch.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's not supposed to be as much of a character as she is. She is, the evil that exists all around us. She's Michael Myers in Halloween. Yeah. She's this, the evil that lurks within humans, within people.
Sure.
She is the addiction that slowly erodes, your people, your humanity, your personality away.
But I don't understand how that manifests in her
No.
kidnapping children.
It doesn't really. That's the problem. But I see what he's going for. But I think especially since it's also trying to like involve more characters in the story, it's almost like, the town is being, the whole town is being affected, but we don't see the whole town.
No.
We see a few characters and focus on them, but he honestly should have instead of giving all these characters like their own like hyper focus on all of these characters, he should have hyper focused on one, maybe two characters, let's say the teacher and the dad, but then involve the community more and and show how the community like slowly but surely deteriorates over this month, where the children are missing, almost like a poison spreading throughout the system. Her being the poison.
How people, start disliking each other more. How you start accusing others and each other. You start accusing your best friends and shit.
Yeah. And people start fighting at work over nothing because they're so tense because their children are missing, and the whole town breaking down because there is a cancerous tumor in the middle of it. This witch that took the children.
Yeah. Because like we have the whole plot with the cop. Only other than him being involved with Justine, what does he bring? No, he becomes a zombie in the end and fights them. That's it. Yeah, but that could have been anyone. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's it. That could have been another dad, for Christ's sake. Yeah, which they even do. Josh Brolin fights them as well. So couldn't that wasn't that enough? What was the point of the cop? Yeah, this is spreading. It's thinning out the interesting parts. Yeah, because I don't know, him cheating. Like, what was the point of that? That was 5 to 10 minutes you could have cut out the movie. Yeah. But that's to see like how addiction is ruining him because he only has sex with Justine when he's drunk. Yeah, but also we only see it happen like once. They mention they had a previous relationship. Yeah, they don't make it look like an addiction though. No, yeah, it's just kind of thrown in there as a buzzword almost. Yeah, and they both had their addiction before the witch showed up. I don't know. It's so flimsy. That's the problem. It is. And the more we talk about it, the more it's losing points in my book, which is annoying. Yeah, I know. This is what happens. It's like I said. I feel like he had a concept. He had an idea, but then didn't really know where to go with it. And that is even true because he has said that also that he started out with he had an idea of in the middle of the night at the exact same time. A bunch of children just run into the night and they disappear. And so, whoa, that's scary. That's creepy. And then he built from that. That is a good start, which is fine, usually. But you can also tell that then he started from that and he didn't know what was going to end up. He didn't know where to go. He didn't, when he just picked an ending eventually. He didn't actually, like, develop it and came to an ending. He just, ending. Yeah. Like I said, he threw up a bunch of notes in the air and kind of picked the ones that landed face up. Yeah. And put them into the movie. He didn't want to tell a story about addiction. He just threw that in there. So it doesn't really make sense. To have substance. Yeah, exactly. Because every movie needs to have substance. It needs to have a deeper meaning. No, it doesn't. No. Anyway. I don't like when movies have a deeper meaning. I'm actually glad I didn't realize that was kind of supposed to be in there, because now I'm thinking of it and I'm like, shit, this movie sucks even more. Anyway, that's weapons. I think we should because we've almost been going for 40 minutes already. That's true. So let's move on to Bring Her Back. Yes. Written and directed by Danny and Michael Philippou, once again, starring Billy Brett, Sally Hawkins, Sora Wong, some other people. A lot of people you don't know. Actually, written by Danny and not Michael. Oh, sorry, Bill Hinsman. Yeah, Hinsman, whoever that is. But they both directed it. The brothers directed it. Yeah. Oh, and he's probably their writing partner because he wrote Talk to Me as well. That's all. All he has ever written. Yeah. And he's involved in the sequel to Talk to Me,
which they are making. Which I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
right.
I don't know.
I don't know about that though.
I don't know. But anyway,
Not a fan of sequels.
No.
Anywho, bring her back. The blurb says a brother and sister uncover a terrifying ritual at the secluded home of their new foster mother.
Yes. Yeah. The movie starts with their dad collapsing in the shower.
Yes.
And they get put into a foster home. Andy and Piper.
Piper, yes.
Andy being 17, almost 18, and Piper being like 14?
14, I think.
Something, yeah.
And sighted, as they say.
Sighted, yeah. She's almost blind. I think she's legally blind. Yeah.
She's legally blind.
Yeah. So they're first they're gonna split them up, but it's like no, we're not. Yeah, I'm gonna live with my sister. Like,
yeah,
our dad just. Are you crazy?
They're step siblings. Yes. I don't know if that makes like any difference. It does make a little bit of a difference.
That makes a little bit of difference because
his dad married her mom.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. Do we know what happened with the mom?
No, I think she died.
Okay. Hollywood
because
wife
obviously she's not around anymore because then they would live with her. You know
exactly. That was I was just like, wait, what did they say?
They don't really mention her.
Not really. They mention like one time like, oh, it smells like mom's garden used to.
Yeah, which sounds
so obviously
like
she's not in their life.
No, but they remember
anymore.
smells and stuff, so she's dead. You know.
Yeah.
Damn it! I can't drink.
And then,
anyway,
unfortunately, their father or his father and her stepfather. Passes away.
Yeah.
And yeah, they get put into foster care.
I think it's actually her real father.
No, well, maybe it is. I don't know.
Because the way they talk about how he treated her versus
True,
Andy.
I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. I suppose.
And the fact that.
He was pretty young as well. So
he was very young when he
got
the sister, so
yes, probably that makes sense.
There was that was his new child,
Yeah,
and they come to this foster home, and foster mother Laura, played by Sally Hawkins. Yeah,
fantastic.
Fantastic. One of the better performances this year, I would say, out of the movies I've seen at least.
Mm-hmm.
And she has another foster kid there because she used to work as a counselor, whatever.
Yeah, care worker. I don't know what
something
they're
like
called.
that. Yeah. So she has another kid there with selective mutism. He doesn't talk much. He's acting pretty fucking weird as well, but whatever. That's the kid from the trailer, or the poster.
Yeah.
At first it's kind of awkward. As it always is, this very typical situation. No, but then they realize it's there's something going on here. There's a slow creeping realization that something's wrong.
Yes.
Kind of like there should have been in Weapons.
Yeah.
Anyway, what did you think of Bring Her Back?
I thought it was great. It's not a 5-star, and I don't know why it's not a 5-star.
If I'm
being honest,
it's not a 5-star. Or not, I don't know, but I don't know why I don't think it's a 5-star.
I was on the edge of my seat the entire movie. Not only the person slightly behind me making sound effects, but I also made sound effects. You almost made sound effects, for Christ's sake. It is. No, I know why it's not 5-star because I don't like the opening, really. I don't like the introduction to the mystery, because we do kind of get that spoiled in the beginning.
Yeah.
Kinda. That's the only thing I don't really like. But other than that, I thoroughly enjoyed everyone's performance. The script is fantastic. It looked amazing, just like Talk to Me.
Yeah.
Just, despite looking absolutely trashy...
Beautiful.
Because the place is trashed, it is beautiful somehow.
Beautiful, yeah.
I don't know, just all the elements just worked so well together.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're 2 for 2 so far, and I'm...
Oh, yeah.
If they need to just keep making movies. I've never met or seen a debut director, even if 1 or 2 like this, succeed this well.
Yeah. No, yeah.
In their first two movies. Like, usually it's the first movies. Sure, it's great. Oh my God. And they try to recreate it and they fail. No.
Or, you know, their first movie, it was good, but it was obviously a bit, you know, it looked a little cheaper. They weren't as sure.
A little amateurish.
This was coming out of the gate to making masterpiece. Talk to me. Yeah.
This looks like $1 million movie made by a pro.
Yeah. Hey, they spent a decade making little shorts on YouTube. They definitely... They
are pros, but...
They definitely had some training, so to speak.
Sure. But they know what to do with the money they get as well. No, I don't think I actually really have any complaints except for that one little thing in the beginning of the movie, which I don't remember if we see that in the trailer at all.
We see parts of it in the trailer.
Yeah, the tape thing.
Yeah. And I gotta say, if you think you know what the movie is about from the trailer, it's about that. So... I didn't
more or less, yeah.
More or less, yeah. There are details that are, you know, not explained in the trailer, of course. But
I had things twisted about who was who, kind of. Okay. But other than that, yeah.
So, like, there's not much in the way of a plot to spoil, because you get mostly the whole plot from the trailer, and that's why I didn't really have a problem with the opening, because it's like, yeah, this is what we saw in the trailer, so.
True, but I had forgotten about the trailer.
and you know, and this is where Weapons fails to have an interesting story but an okay plot. This one has a good plot. The whole thing with bringing her back. I mean, it's in the title. But where it really excels is that even though we know kind of what's going to happen, it's the characters, it's the story that is interesting and ultimately makes it worth watching and brings it to a higher level.
Yeah, especially like how they choose to like, even if we know what's gonna happen, the fact that they chose to show it the way they did as well when it actually does happen. Ooh.
Yeah, and I'll say this, even up to like the literal last shot of the movie. Your emotion, your emotions are going everywhere for me at least.
Yes, I mean I didn't cry, but I was really sad for them at a point.
Yeah, because the movie is obviously very sad because this family's broken up.
There's a theme of death going on. Obviously, people do die in the beginning of the movie, like. It's grief and all that stuff. Yeah,
that's maybe the one not weak point, but the point that isn't like revolutionary. No. It's that sad people make irrational choices.
Yeah,
I know we've seen that before, but it still works. Like
it's a tried and true. What's it called? Tried and
true concept. Yeah,
but, yeah.
It's like saying like, oh, we're so done with movies about the government spying on us. Like, yeah, we've seen it 1,000 times, but it's always exciting.
You can always make a good movie out of it if you just do it well.
Exactly. And I think that's what this movie is. Like, you know, someone being driven to mania by grief. It's nothing new, but they still do it very well here.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't really have anything to complain about. Nothing, except for the whole. Yeah, they mention it even in the blurb, but it's not a spoiler. The ritual, is not fully explained. So I'm a little confused about certain details of.
That's what I mean with the tapes being like the opening thing. I was like, I don't understand them.
Yeah,
I need a little bit more context around these tapes and the ritual.
Yeah. So we'll get to that.
How did she find them?
Yeah,
even that.
We'll talk about that in the spoiler. But this is going to be a shorter segment because when a movie is good, there's only so many times
when there's nothing to complain about.
Oh, and this was so good. Oh, and this was so good. Yeah. But I can say that I loved how it gradually became. What seemed to be a very, very strong bond between Andy and Piper in the beginning, like the super strong, you know, brother and sister bond. You know, hey. But it's strengthened even more through grief. Obviously, it's been strengthened even before that because their mom died.
Yeah, and their
his
dad was
stepmom,
sick.
whatever. And their dad was sick. He had cancer.
Yeah.
He dies from the cancer. Even though he was in remission. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
That's also a detail to ask about, though. We'll get to that.
Yeah. We though start seeing that not everything is the way it seems. Not just with the fact that Sally Hawkins is doing some weird ritual. No, in their relationship. Because they very early on in the movie show that their relationship, like, because it's them against everyone else, basically.
Yeah.
They have to have. There's a very strong foundation there of trust.
Yeah.
And they even have, which I also. It's a little detail, but I love it. That they basically have a safe word.
Yeah.
But it's a truth word.
It's like an honesty thing. If I say this, you need to be 100% honest. It's like an unspoken rule.
Yeah. Like, it's like, tell me the truth. But they just say, grapefruit.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, did you like the food? Yeah, it was good. Grapefruit. It's like, it's too salty. There's that kind of thing. But about much deeper emotions than that.
Yes.
And also because, and I think that's I think it's a clever thing then to have Piper be blind, because he has to, I mean, obviously she can do a bunch of stuff on her own. We see that, though.
Sure.
But there's things she can't do, so he has to help her with that. So she needs to trust him, and that's why it's so important that she can trust him.
Yeah.
And that's why that whole grapefruit thing is so interesting. And then the fact that even though they have that thing, he has been lying to her about things.
Yes. He does it once, obviously, in the movie.
Yeah.
And when that happens, that's when the cracks start showing.
You realize, so he's done that before. Yeah. Or that grapefruit for him is more like just a way to protect her.
Yeah.
Or grapefruit for her is a way to trust him.
Yeah.
And those doesn't always work together.
No. That's also, I guess, being an older brother, you kind of want to protect your little sister, I assume?
Sure, yeah.
You never had to, but still.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking, one of my, I don't even remember it, but I've had it told. You've probably heard it too. Because I was 4 when you were born.
Yeah.
And because I wasn't there when you were born. I was technically there, but our grandpa came and picked me up because it was in the middle of the night. So when they came home and he said, "Oh, you got a little sister," I was like, "Oh, I wanted a brother. Can you bring her back?" Is what I said, literally. Could you return her?
You said you wanted a dog.
No, maybe, yeah, a brother or a dog, or whatever. And I was like,
you didn't want me, at least. He was like,
yeah.
Sister, no.
Ew, no. So,
anyway. You have something else.
No, and I like how Sally Hawkins' character uses well, first of all, the fact that they are already, kind of traumatized by the recent death, but the fact that they are also step siblings.
Yes.
And you can have as much love for your stepchildren or adopted children, all that stuff. And I've had this conversation with a mother who had an adopted child.
Sure.
And she literally said, because it came up in conversation when she was involved, and her biological daughter was there. And, and it's one of those uncomfortable things that you don't maybe want to say, but like, if you're going to be super honest about it, I was like, of course, like, you love your adopted children, like they're your children. They are your children. You love them with all of your heart. You would do anything for them. But if you had to choose, like,
if both were dangling from a cliff and you can only save one of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And she just straight up said, like, yes, I love my adopted daughter more than anything in the world. But you are my biological daughter. Like, that's different. Like,
there's an argument to that, though.
Even I, who was like kind of poking at it, was just like, whoa.
There is an argument to that, though. That chosen family is sometimes stronger than a given family.
Sure.
Because
but
you can't
different though. That is if that would be if the adopted child chose their family. I think it's different when you pick one. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. But often the chosen family is something you kind of fall into, and then you choose them over your own family eventually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it doesn't always have to be like, I pick you from a crowd, you are now my family. It's more of a circumstances.
Yeah. If you want another
Which
movie...
I guess this kind of is. They've chosen to be a family.
Yeah. Because of things that happen.
Yeah, Andy and Piper. Yeah.
Yeah.
They chose to stick together. They chose to take care of each other. And that's when chosen family in that case
becomes almost stronger than biological.
Yeah.
So yeah, it does go both ways.
Exactly. But I do fully understand the whole choosing your own kind over anyone else's. Even if you have opened your heart to them and you do truly love the other ones as well.
Yeah. If you want another movie that is maybe not so delicate with it, but it's still a good movie, you should watch The Good Son with Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you know it. Yeah.
We saw it, I think.
Where it's a 30-year-old movie, so spoilers, but whatever. In the end, when the two children are literally dangling off a cliff, the mom, whose real son, biological son, is a psychopathic murderous monster.
Yeah.
And the other one, who is just her like nephew, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Elijah Wood is the angel, so to speak. She still almost saves her psychotic murderer son. She's like, how can I choose? Like, are you kidding me?
Even though he didn't he? I don't know if he killed, but he hurt the baby.
He puts his little sister in a coma by drowning her.
In a coma. That's the thing. Yeah.
And then when she's in a coma, tries to kill her.
Exactly. Hey, he's still blood.
Yeah, but it's still the thing. Like, but you're still my son. It's like
exactly.
It's like the ending. Did you watch the Jeffrey Dahmer show on Netflix?
No, I gave up on that.
Whatever. In the end, when everything is revealed, and he's sitting there with his dad in the police station and everything, he's still like, you're my and he's like, are you like, do you hate me, Dad? Or you know? And he's like, you're my son. I will always love you. And it's just like, I don't have my own offspring. It's like, I can understand it, but I can't quite wrap my head around it. Like, at what point do you just say, this is not my son anymore. This is not my family.
Like, I understand, but also, I understand loving them, but you might not protect them.
Sure. But even, like, the guy raped and murdered, like, 10 people. Cut them up. And ate parts of them. I'm
sorry, I do deep inside kind of love you, but you are no longer my child.
Yeah.
Go away, go to prison,
that just shows that how strong, like, biological bonds are.
Yeah, of course. I've seen plenty of interviews and stories about, like, parents forgiving their murderous children, basically.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Weird, but yeah. Spoilers, though. We need to talk about spoilers for Bring Her Back. I don't know if there's not a lot of details we need to discuss, but there are a few things I want to, like, ask about.
Just quickly, though, this proves this was a good movie because it sparked conversation about something much bigger than just a movie.
Yes.
Anyway. Spoilers. Yeah,
spoilers.
Yeah.
For Bring Her Back.
Some people die in the end, yeah.
There are people who die in the end, actually.
It was one very violent death.
When Andy fucking dies in the end.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
That was the one I was like, I was hoping he would survive. It was so sad. I didn't care that the care worker, Wendy or whatever her name was.
Yeah, whatever. She was
died. I was like, I kind of assumed that would happen.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping that Andy would survive it.
Yeah.
Shit. I totally forgot what I was supposed to ask you, though.
The whole ritual.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, where did she get the tape? Where did she find it out? Because I understand that she left her job as a care worker, whatever the fuck they call it, counselor.
Yeah.
When her daughter died because of the trauma, and she, like, taking care of others' children would be kind of hard.
Yeah.
But Oliver was already in her care when that happened, according to her, what she says. However,
which is not true, but yeah.
That's not true.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
Yeah.
Like, that's just weird. Like, I needed more. I needed, like, a villain kind of
a big speech like,
info dump. Yeah.
I found the ancient text that told me how to remove one soul from the dead body.
Basically. Like, I just needed, like, Because she does kind of say it in bits and pieces that's what she's trying to do, and that's where she's going for. But we're still missing that crucial detail about how the fuck did you even come about this?
Yeah.
Like, where did you find this? Some weird, like, I sounded like Russian or Romany or something.
Some sort of Russian, yeah.
Yeah. Like, how did you find it?
Well,
did you Google how to bring back people from the dead? And ChatGPT just, like, threw this at you?
This is it. First of all, unlike the details that are missing from weapons, here I think it doesn't really.
No, it doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter because it's not what it's about.
No,
but yeah, I agree.
It was a tiny bit frustrating.
I want to kind of know exactly how it works because we don't ever exactly know how it works.
No.
What I do know is that they made a fake website for the movie. That also, if I'm not wrong, kind of connects this with Talk to Me.
Oh.
That they kind of exist in the same universe. Which
That's
I
nice, though.
Originally thought that movie was going to be about that because you know how the ghosts can get trapped in you if you don't release the hand, you know?
Yeah.
And that happens to the brother of the main character in Talk to Me. I thought that was what happened to Oliver. Like, he got a ghost stuck inside him. That's why he keeps hurting himself and trying to eat a cat and stuff. That wasn't it. But there is a similar thing going on.
There is a similar theme, yeah.
There might even be the same thing going on.
Yeah, and that's what the ritual is.
Yeah.
But, you know, developed differently from the hand.
Yes.
Ooh, then now I'm a little bit excited about Talk to Me too, because maybe they'll delve
deeper into it.
Delve deeper into that.
Yeah. Because the one thing is that they mention early in the movie that some people think that the soul of a person can be trapped in the dead body for months, even.
Yeah.
So obviously her daughter died very recently.
Yes.
So she thinks there's still a chance for me to bring my daughter's, at least her soul back. But this ritual she found out is that you need a new body for the soul to inhabit. A host, yeah. That's why she takes care of young girls. Because she wants a young blind girl. Because her daughter was blind.
Yeah.
She wanted to be as close to, you know, the real body as possible.
Yeah. Because that would have been weird if she put her in a seeing girl. Holy shit. Or a boy. You're like, I'm a guy.
Yeah. And
I can see you. What the fuck?
Who are you? But I'm your mom. But, oh, I've never seen you before, so I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Because they know each other only through voice. So,
yeah.
She wants a new blind body. Yeah. And it can be transferred then. But the new body has to die in you have to recreate the death of the original body. But then there is the third aspect, which is this zombie person that eats the original dead body enough to carry over the soul, and then, you know, pukes it into the new body, and that brings the soul over. What is the zombie person? I thought that was like
put under a spell, I guess.
Yeah. But that's never explained. I don't care that it's not explained, but it's just like, I do want to know now.
I'm curious,
yeah. Because obviously they're under some sort of spell. Because now they can eat people and get their soul put into them and then can transfer it. Because we see that whenever he eats something, he takes on
their voice or their characteristic,
Yeah. They never explain that, but we see it several times. At one point when he kills the cat, he starts purring like a cat and screaming like a cat. And when he bites Laura, Sally Hawkins' character, he starts screaming with her voice.
Yeah.
Which was so fucking freaky. And then of
after
course when he
munched
kills
on Andy, sounds like Andy.
Oh my, it was
Freaking
so
Piper.
fucking creepy. Yeah. That's the only I don't know what that thing is. Originally, I thought that was like a temporary vessel for the soul. But to complete the ritual, to complete the transference, you need a body that is properly prepared, you know, killed in the same way and everything.
Yeah.
But that's not it.
No,
the soul is still in her original daughter, which she keeps in a freezer in her outhouse. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
That is also like there's a nice detail about the girl being blind, because she can show her a bunch of stuff without actually showing her. And then also, of course, showing us, so we know a little bit more. I really like that. That's so clever.
Yeah. And that's also, and that a lot of it happens in the third act.
Yes.
Where because we all the time we know that Sally Hawkins is gonna do some shady shit. She's gonna try to kill them.
She's
or whatever.
weird.
We get that, because we said from the trailer even. There's no denying that she's doing something, but and we're always, we don't like her from the beginning, and they even play that up, that she's like actively hostile towards Andy, because he wasn't even supposed to be there. He was supposed to get his own place until he turns 18, and then he can be off on his own, because he's only 17 and 9 months,
It's like 3 months. Yeah, he's 3 months away.
So he wasn't even supposed to be there. She was going to do the ritual immediately with Piper, but now she has to get
in the way.
She has to get Andy out of there. So she immediately starts driving a wedge in between them.
Yes.
She's gaslighting him and thinking he has pissed himself every night and stuff like that.
Yeah, first she's like trying to make him lash out so she can like claim him being aggressive and just get him out of there. But then she's like, no, that's not working, obviously.
Yeah.
So she tries to make it so that he has done something bad, actually.
Yeah. But then, so we have and when she's like, oh, my daughter died, she's like, yeah, whatever, you fucking bastard, you're still trying to kill these children, for your own selfish reasons. But then, when Wendy shows up, that I would say that's the third act, really.
Yeah.
When the rain starts pretty early in the movie, but there's the scene which is also in the trailer, or the sound is in the trailer, the listen part.
Yeah.
And I can bring her back, and she's she's almost like maniacally laughing, like
yes.
When she's talking to Wendy, when she realizes she can't hide it from Wendy anymore.
Yeah,
she tries to hide it. Yeah, but she's like, maybe I can just explain. It's like, no, you can't. No, you can't. And there's a part. It wasn't even subtitled, so I don't know if you noticed it, because even though at least I try to not read the subtitles, because you get kind of blinded by the subtitles, I think.
Yeah.
When she's trying to explain the ritual to Wendy, while crying and laughing and doing it all in 10 seconds, Wendy doesn't want to listen to it.
Wendy's trying to get out of there.
Yeah, she's just like, listen, I'm like, I can bring her back, please, I need to bring her back. And she's just, I don't know if it's I don't have a life, or I don't live anymore, she says, just as Wendy gets away. I don't live
anymore, or something, yeah.
Yeah, and that wasn't subtitled. And I think that one line is very, very important.
Yeah.
To kind of understand why she's doing this. Like, obviously, if a parent could bring their kid back, they would. But at what cost? But she has literally lost everything when she lost her daughter.
Yeah, because she doesn't have any other children. She doesn't have a partner. Yeah. Her entire life revolved around her daughter, taking care of her blind daughter.
That too. They had an even stronger bond, because she had to take care of her more than just be a parent.
Also, I'm assuming there's a bit of a guilt because of how the daughter died.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't looking after her at the moment, which is how she ended up in the pool.
Yeah, she drowned.
And then she failed to pull her out.
Yeah.
In time.
Yeah. So that line is so important, because she's not a whole person anymore. She's completely she might as well could have killed herself. There was no point anymore. I don't live anymore, she says.
Yeah.
And then the whole part then after, when she runs over Wendy and hits Andy with the car as well. But that was the biggest moment, because I knew Wendy was gonna die.
Something would happen.
I literally pointed at the screen like, now she's gonna shoot her, but no, she runs her over, and it's so violent.
Yeah.
That was when the lady behind me went, ah!
I know. Both you and I went,
it was one of those moments where you freeze for like a minute.
Yeah.
It's like when the head gets knocked off in Hereditary.
Yeah.
And you can't breathe for 10 minutes.
What just happened?
Yeah. What the fuck?
And the worst part was that it was followed up very quickly by her actually drowning Andy. Then you're like, Wait, I didn't have time to recover. What's
Yeah,
going on?
wait. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. So then she starts the ritual properly, where she's going to kill Piper. She starts the ritual. She's gonna drown Piper in the pool, and as she's doing it, she's kind of conflicted. Of course, she does like Piper, obviously, because Piper is like her daughter,
pretty much her daughter.
Yeah,
she's very similar.
Yeah. So there's this one moment of weakness, if you will, where she lets go, and Piper gets up out of the water, and instead of screaming Laura, which she's done all the whole movie, even though she said, you can call me mommy if you want to, she says, maybe, early in the movie. But then she screams, Mom! However, I don't think she's calling her mom. I think she's screaming out for her real mom.
Yes.
I think.
But for Laura...
For Laura, it is like, oh, no.
You're calling me mom? I'm your mom now?
So she stops and like, oh, right, I'm murdering another child. Or what am I doing? And that's where Piper has a chance to get away.
Yes.
And just, she runs away. She gets away. There's no like big like her fighting back. She just runs away.
No. She just runs. She fights off Oliver for like a second, but that's it. She knees him in the junk and runs away.
Yeah. Because he still wants, because once in something with the ritual, he wants to eat her.
Yes.
I don't know.
He wants to eat everyone.
Yeah, he wants to eat everything.
And by that time, because he's been eating on the dead daughter, Kathy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now he's just like ravenous for human flesh.
He's also been eating everything else in the house, including the table. And the knife.
I could not look.
There's a bunch of teeth stuff in this movie.
Fucking countertop.
I think the knife was worse.
I almost puked. I actually had like gagged.
I can't
that
even
was
think about it.
Disgusting.
When he sticks the chef's knife in the mouth and just starts chomping on it.
As soon as I heard the sound, I was like, nope. I even removed my glasses. Yeah. So if I accidentally looked, I couldn't see anything.
It was disgusting. Disgusting! Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So she just runs away.
To the fantastic, like how good this movie is.
Yeah, it's also just viscerally super gross and creepy and disgusting. But yeah, and Laura kind of at that point gives up. She's like, "What have I done?
Fuck it, let's just do this.
This isn't worth it." Yeah. So
let's just speed run this now.
Yeah. So Piper runs out of the house. Oliver was really called something bird.
Something bird.
Damien
did something.
Joseph? I don't remember.
No, something about D. Something on D.
Is it Thomas? Thomas Bird. Doesn't he say that?
I don't know.
Whatever. He because the ritual is kind of fading, he has like a moment of clarity and steps outside this big circle which she has put around the house to kind of keep him in there. There's a whole theme. I think that's just a visual thing though. There's a whole theme of circles and then very sharp edges inside circles. Did you think about that? The
house was a funny, weird
yes. And the whole house
kind of thing.
is encircled in white paint.
Yes.
And they have that moment where they zoom out and you see the whole house. Yeah, and the house is very weird angles.
Angular.
And the pool is a triangle. And then the ritual is circles with a pattern in the middle to keep him, docile until the ritual.
Yeah. She looked like she was like drawing a circle, and then she got to the top, she went down, and she drew another circle kind of thing.
Yeah. So, but that's just a visual thing. So that's just cool. But he in a moment of clarity steps outside of that ring, which releases the curse on him, whatever, so he can become
clears
Thomas
his mind
Bird
a little bit.
Yeah, which is good that he survives too. The cops find him because Piper waves down a car. They take her to the police station. The police arrive at the house, and then that's when we get the final shot of the movie, which is just Laura lying in the pool with the body of her dead daughter, just hugging her, and it was just
thawing slowly.
Yeah, and that's what I mean with the emotional roller coaster, because I still don't think she's a good person, but I just felt so sad for her. It was incredibly sad to end the movie that way. It's like, oh my god, her life was ruined.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh.
It's like, you poor bitch.
yeah, really. Like, he's like, oh no.
I don't like you, but I feel for you.
I don't agree, but I understand.
Yeah. Connor Bird, was it, by the way?
Connor Bird, right.
Connor. But yes, all of that, amazing. But I have one question.
Okay.
Because she kind of blurts out that she killed Andy's and Piper's dad. Did she?
Well, I mentioned we talked briefly about her on the train home last night.
Yeah, but I told you to like shut up and save it for this. Tell me, what is your theory, or do you know?
Yeah, it's a whole detail, which we'll talk about it. But honestly, like, check out the movie to figure out what we're talking about. I don't want to much to explain. When he falls out of the shower, in the beginning of the movie, Andy and Piper's dad, they mentioned that, he had cancer, but he was in remission, so maybe he...
Yes.
He passed out from the
cancer. He was getting better.
He was getting better. Or, he could have just slipped in the shower or whatever. But he was very, like... It looked like he had puked or something.
Thrown up, yeah. Which could be cancer, to be honest.
It could be a concussion.
That is a thing.
But,
too.
I noticed, and I didn't point it out because I didn't want to talk in the movie, especially since it's literally the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
But on the poster of the movie, or if you've seen the trailer, Oliver, or Connor Bird, he has like a big birthmark under his eye.
Birthmark, yeah.
Yeah.
I just made the connection.
Yeah, and if you look at the dad's body, he has a very, very similar birthmark on his pelvis or whatever. I don't know what part.
Yeah.
Right next to his dick. That's what it says.
It's groin area.
Groin area, yeah. So I was like, and that was also like, because I remember that from the trailer. So I was like, there's a connection there, but I didn't want to say that immediately. And then when she just in passing, barely noticing it, mentioned like, "Oh, did it make you really sad when I killed your dad and you lost your dad?" I was like, "What? What? What?"
They play it off as if Andy's just confused and hearing things, because that was the thing. He saw his dad in the shower, which is why he slipped and hit his head and ended up in the hospital where she says it.
Yeah.
So I was like, is he just confused? Or did she actually say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no.
I think that's also...
But maybe she looked them up, because I mean, I'm assuming that they went to trauma counseling.
Yes.
When her mother died.
Yes.
Where they ended up in the system, so to speak, like their files, because they also had, like, Wendy had records of Andy being violent and abusive almost in the past.
Yeah, it's weird that it became so big that it was like a thing in his record that when he was 8, he hit his baby sister.
Once, apparently.
Maybe it was more than just, maybe he fucking like wailed on her, but still, it was like, yeah, siblings hit each other. Guess what?
Yeah.
Especially when they're kids. But okay, whatever.
But that's the thing, because they're in the system somehow, so I'm assuming it's from the counseling or something, which I'm assuming also is where they learned the thing grapefruit, because Laura reacts when they say that, like, that thing.
Yeah.
Like, she knows what it is.
Yeah.
So did she just, like, in her job... stumble upon their files or like search up for blind kids?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And chose that family.
Yeah, and use the ritual to get at the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think as well. Because it is pretty specific to find a girl of a certain age who is also blind.
Yes, exactly.
There's not
and
that
to have
many
like
blind people.
Enough, like, there's one parent so it's easy to kill off, like, you can claim the brother's violent so he can't be with you, kind of thing. Like, all of the things just fit.
Yeah, she needed Piper specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why. It's never explicitly told because it...
But it makes sense.
But it makes sense, yeah, because it doesn't matter. That's the thing.
No, it doesn't. But it's nice that that's the kind of... I need to, like, rewatch it just to see if I can see the birthmark.
Yeah.
Because I didn't clock it.
Yeah.
But if I did, I would have been like, oh,
yeah.
That's the attention. That's the attention to detail that weapons lacked.
Yes.
These tiny little things that just bring everything full circle, tie everything together. Weapons lacked that. They had kind of scattered ideas that not really made sense together.
Yeah.
Which is why I Bring Her Back is a 4-star. Almost 5, if I'm being honest.
Not 5. 4.5.
It's so good, though.
It
It
is.
was really good, though.
For it to be a 5-star, it would have had to make me much more emotionally involved. I was, but not to the point where I was like crying and like laughing or whatever.
No. I did almost throw up, but that's about it.
Sure, but it's a horror movie, so that's,
Oh, that too. I didn't think this was like horror. This was just, we said it wasn't scary. It was uncomfortable.
Yeah, but I mean, I still call it a horror movie.
Yeah, yes, it is a horror movie, but like it's not the not
No,
that kind of
there's-
horror. Which Talk to Me had a little bit.
Yes,
It
it
had
did.
some jump scares more,
But I
but it also uncomfortable.
yeah, but I think this is a proper horror movie because it doesn't try to startle you. It creeps you out. It makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And the scene where I don't know if it's Oliver or if it's just a ghost, but when Andy's in the shower and he sees his dad through the smoky glass,
Yeah.
and you kind
That was-
of see his face, but he recognizes the voice, and he says, "She's going to die in the rain." It's just like, and then he walks out of the room, but into the wall, so it feels like a ghost. My God, that was scary.
That was scary.
And it's also
that
scary.
was actually
And
horror
it's also
movie scary kind of
because
thing,
at that point we know that the dad was abusive to Andy.
yeah.
So it's just like, it's both like, he's being confronted by the ghost of his abusive father, but the father is also warning him to save his save his sister.
Yeah.
So it's just like, what am I supposed to feel here?
Yeah.
You know?
But that was also the time where, like, Andy showed that even though he had been not really a big fan of Piper in the beginning, but then, he's grown to like her, and even though he does lie to her to protect her, he truly, truly, truly does care, because
Yes.
the only thing he repeats as soon as he ends up in the hospital is, I need to save my sister. I need to save her. She's going to die.
That's because when he
Let me go.
yeah, and I mean, he hated her when he was a kid, because his father never liked him for some reason, because he was like not a problem child, but he was I don't know what to say. He was what we call in Swedish stökig.
Yeah. He was attention seeking in the wrong ways.
Yes. So when
He did bad stuff to get the attention because that's the only thing he knew how to do.
yeah, and Dad didn't like that, and he beat him. And then when the dad remarried and he had a new child, this was like I said, it was a chance for him to have a perfect child, and Piper was, by all intents and purposes, a perfect child, except for the blindness. But whatever. That just adds to the fact that she's even more perfect because she's flawed.
Because she can't do.
She's perfect in a flawed way.
Exactly. Like, you never see a blind person go out and do, like, bad stuff, like robbing stores and shit. So, like, I'm assuming that's hard for them to do.
There's a great episode of In-Betweeners about that, but we'll not talk about that.
We'll not talk about that.
Yeah, so he of course, he hates that, so
so she can do it.
You just hate me for no reason, basically. And now this new kid is your favorite. Now I hate her. But then, as he explains in the phone call that she never hears. Well, she hears it later, but no.
She does hear it in the end.
In the end, yeah.
When it's too late.
He, even then, when he was 8, like, instantly regretted hitting her because it didn't accomplish anything, and it made him feel bad for just doing it.
Yeah.
And that's when he realized, like, no, if
She's
my
my
dad
sister, I care for her.
If my parents doesn't like me, at least she likes me. And then,
Yeah.
of course, they lost their mom, which solidified their bond even more. Yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's a 4.5. I'm going to change it. It's a 4.5.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And even, like, I'm assuming the dad didn't like Andy because his mother probably walked out on him or passed away for some reason because of Andy, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't like Andy. The classic, like,
Yeah.
I don't like my kid because you're the reason I don't have my wife anymore.
Yeah, so once again, not condoning beating your children. Absolutely not.
No, God, no.
But I can sort of, if that is, we're reading a lot of it into it here, but that's because the movie is so well written that you can kind of glean
assume that this has to be.
So you can kind of understand that there was a certain resentment from Andy's dad towards Andy. That shouldn't be,
The
but
way
I
they
understand. Yeah.
The way they explain the relationship and what happened makes you understand that there was something more. It's not just, oh, I didn't like him.
Yeah. Oh, he was an abusive dad. No, obviously he wasn't. He loved Piper.
Exactly.
It was just...
So he did have love for people.
He wasn't just a bad person. There was something else going on. Yeah. Even though
Much
when you beat your children, you're a bad person. If you're watching this and you beat your children, you're a bad person. Doesn't matter the reason.
Terrible.
You're a bad person.
We don't like you.
Yeah, we don't like you.
But in the same way as Laura's doing it, like she is just doing it because she loved her child so much. She's being bad because she lost someone she loved.
Yeah, it's the means
it's a weird
justify
coping.
the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the end justifies the means. I mean, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's
God, I'm gonna go rewatch this almost. I kind of want to go to see it. I want to
go see it now. Yeah. So let's wrap it up here. I don't think there's much need to explain there's no need to like compare them more than we have already.
No, obviously we preferred Bring Her Back.
The clear winner. Winner. Like if you're only going to watch one of these movies, Bring Her Back is so much better. But
I would still advocate for see Weapons.
Oh, sure.
Watch it.
Yeah, go watch it.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie, and we always want to champion smaller original movies. So absolutely, go watch it.
Absolutely. However, maybe watch it before Bring Her Back, because otherwise you'll get disappointed.
Start with Weapons. Yes. Watch that, and then maybe 3 weeks from now you watch Bring Her Back.
Just so you know. Yeah. Don't compare them too much.
No.
Like we are.
That's it.
This was a bit of a long episode, I guess.
Yes, but we did do 2 movies, so.
True. And I don't know what we're doing for a companion piece of this, but
the companion piece. Yeah, we're gonna do.
Do you have an idea?
We're gonna start up with the companion piece again. We didn't do it for last week because it was kind of like a weird start. But we're gonna start doing patron/members episode again. I mentioned that Zach Kreger, of course, he was in the comedy group or whatever you call it.
Yes.
The Whitest Kids You Know. I think not that they made a like official Whitest Kids You Know movie, but I know that at least a few of them, Zach Kreger, one of them, and then kind of the main guy, if I'm going to say that, whatever his name was, he died a few years ago from like a heart thing. They made a movie together. I don't remember what it's called. That's the thing. I haven't figured out which one it is. They made a movie together, so sort of like an unofficial Whitest Kids You Know movie, and I thought we could watch that to see how they make comedy instead.
Yeah.
Because have you ever seen any Whitest Kids You Know sketches?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
I mean, it's possible that I don't understand that that's what I've seen, but
yeah. So that
not that I know.
So that could be something to watch just to see, because the Whitest Kids You Know, very funny. It's fun to see. TV series. What is this? No. There we go. Is it this? Miss March?
Comedy shows in general, when it's a bunch of dudes being dudes, is kind of fun.
Yeah, here it is. I think this is it. It's called Miss March. It's 2009. It's Zach Kreger. Trevor Moore was the other guy from Whitest Kids You Know.
Yeah, and he's the guy who passed away, yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear that?
I hear something.
It's probably picking up on a microphone. It's they're renovating an apartment, and there's constant drilling and stuff, but they usually are done by now. Anyway, so yeah, we could talk about that one to see how because he wrote and directed that with Trevor Moore. So it has a 7 Metascore. So that could be fun. I think we're gonna do that one.
Or we'll find something else.
If
you want to find out what we end up doing, check out the members episode or check us out on Patreon, where you have hundreds of hours.
Literally hundreds of hours of never before seen episodes. Our infamous unaired TV cast She-Hulk episode. Yeah. So check that out.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/DomeMagazine, or hit the members button on YouTube to check it out. But other than that, we'll be back next week with something we haven't figured out yet. We haven't quite made a fall schedule yet.
No, we have to look it up.
Well, that's gonna have to be it. Thank you so much for listening or watching. We'll be back next week, like we said. But until then, have a good one.
Bye.
The Spoilercast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's produced and hosted by Tobias Vedén. Co-host is Rebecca Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a shout out to all our patrons over on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. CK85, Christopher Bylén, Daniel Gaiso, Annika Vedén, Jacob, Mom and Mac, and Laura Kinney.